MacLeod from Barefoot Gaming, and this is the Hotel Transylvania Popstic Virtual Reality Review. So I think a good place to start is what kind of game is this? And if you can't tell from the video that's playing over top, this is a rhythm-based music game. So you need to pop the colors corresponding with the colors of your wands. This game is stated and listed as requiring a 3 meter by 3 meter space. I found that was not the case. You can play this much smaller. It'll give you a warning the first time you play it, but all you need is the ability to stand and reach out in all directions with your hands. If you can do that, you're laughing, and mostly straightforward is the deal. So I mentioned the orbs that come at you. There are, I believe, 4 different colored orbs. So you've got one that corresponds with each hand. You've got a white one which slows time down, and then there's a purple which is a combination of both of your wands together. Now they also throw obstacles in there. There's these big circles that turn and kind of have lasers. So you have to make sure that not just your head, but your wands themselves are in a spot where they're not hit by the lasers. There are 3 different DJs. You've got Drac, you've got Mavis, and you have Johnny. Each DJ has an entirely different genre of music, but each DJ also only has 3 songs, and you can play those on multiple difficulty settings. As well as the multiple difficulty settings, you also have the ability to have like your instant death mode, or that if you fail too many times, you just lose the song instead of just not racking up points. So let's see if I've covered everything. 3 DJs, 3 different songs each. None of the songs have any lyrics. There is 1 stage in which you play. This is available on the HTC Vive, the Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality. Now the only other thing I'm going to mention is originally this was a VR arcade game, so you couldn't buy this for home use. This has only recently come out for home use. And the biggest difference is they sold something called a Popstic, and it mounts to the middle of one of your controllers, and then your controller kind of has like a wand that runs across. So think of it as like a really little lightsaber with different colors on each end. So you have to kind of move that back and forth. And you don't need the Popstic, an $8 peripheral that they sell online, which actually I don't think is a crazy price to pay if you want this game. But you can just play it with a single controller and just move your controller back and forth, and it emulates having the wand or the Popstic, as it were. So that's the general gist. Let's list some pros, list some cons. Let's score this out of 5. It runs for about $20 US, and as far as pros go, the graphics are very well done. They've got the voice of the Invisible Man, if you're familiar with the Hotel Transylvania series. Like I said, the graphics look good, the music sounds nice. A con I'm gonna list right off the bat is the fact that when you pop notes, it's audibly loud, and it's distracting from the rest of the music that you hear. Now, you can turn that down, but every time you start the game again, at least for me, every time I started the game again, it increased the volume back up. So you've always got this really loud pop that isn't always in time with what you're hearing in the song. Another pro is that I liked all 9 songs. The negative to that is there are only 9 songs. I don't see any indication from the website that any more songs are coming, that any more DJs are coming. And another con for me is the fact that the stage is exactly the same no matter who you're playing. So you're standing there, you're kind of looking up, and you see your DJ up top. He's got some big screens running down the side, or she, depending if it's Mavis. You can look around behind you, you're on some kind of ship, and that's it. I don't necessarily need to see piles of different environments, but maybe it's just the fact that this environment wasn't incredibly interesting to me. It's really bright, and I guess for kids that makes sense, but I can't help but compare it to other music-based games that I've played in the past. And one that jumps out for me would be something like Beat Saber. The fact that Beat Saber only has 1 stage, but the stage feels more vibrant because everything is glowing. Here you have balls coming at you. The fact that this one had the turning circles with the laser beams in it, I thought was neat for a little bit. I didn't like the fact that it kind of, how do I describe this? When you're playing VR, you want to forget that you're in VR. And these circles that are spinning with the laser beams inside of them, you have to remind yourself that it's just your head and your controllers that you have to get in between. Whereas if I compare it to something like Beat Saber, where they give you something where you actually have to stand, I have found myself like standing poker straight, even though, you know, in my mind, I know that they're only tracking my head and my wands. It's one more thing that pulls me out of it. Overall, they did a good job, but it's not exceptional. It's just an average music-based game, and I can't give it a pass for that. I am giving this a 2.5 out of 5. So not garbage, well done, but not exceptional at all, and I can't recommend it over other stuff that is already doing this. You can't import your own music. It grew really stale very quickly for me, and that hurt its score a lot. So 2.5 out of 5, that's the score. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will do my best to respond. Subscribe if you want to see more of these things. Like if you like them and you want more people to be able to find these videos. Other than that, I'm out of here. I will talk to you again real soon. See ya.